Anyway, evidently the Celtics won tonight, which I'm very thrilled about, but I did not watch 1 second of the game. Why, Bill? I'll tell you why. Because I mentioned this. I did the bottom of the first of the Red Sox-Angels game the other day. And the announcer, Dan O'Brien, was asking me, if I was going to watch, the Celtics in the finals and stuff. And I basically told him that I lacked the emotional maturity to watch my own team in the NBA finals when my kids are around. You know what I mean? And I don't want to be playing shoots and ladders while screaming my NBA referee conspiracy theories, about that fucking league. I don't want to do that. I just had to make a judgment here. What do you want to be here, Bill? Do you want to be a good father, or do you want to be a basketball fan? So it's kind of a no-brainer. I'm not watching this shit. I'll record the games. I'll find out who wins it. If the fucking Celtics lose, I'm still going to watch the game, but I'll watch it after I know what the fuck's going to happen. And then that way I don't have to die 1,000 deaths and sit there screaming and yelling at the fucking I don't want to sit there and watch the Celtics, playing in an away game and just hating some random guy from fucking San Francisco in the crowd who's miming shooting a bow and arrow every time fucking Steph Curry hits a three. Do I really want to do that to myself? Is this making me happier as a person? I mean, if we win, I guess it does. But at the end of the day, I don't feel like freaking out my fucking kids. So I just was I'm going to just keep watching the Red Sox. I'm going to watch game 58. And it doesn't matter. By the way, Red Sox 2 games above 500. I don't know if they won or lost tonight, but considering where the hell we're doing all right at this point. I think we're just playing for the wild card because I don't know if the Yankees are going to fucking do worse than 7-3 every 10 games. They're playing 700 ball. They're fucking killing it. So yeah, I decided I was not watching that shit. I was like, fuck it. And I heard it was an incredible game, but I enjoyed the experience of not watching it more, I think, and it's really just the NBA, because I can handle the MLB and I can handle the NFL and I can even handle the NHL. As much as the NHL drives me nuts as a fucking league, but there's just nothing like the NBA. You watch, I really feel like the refs, through the first 4 games, their job is to make sure it's 2-2. And at that point, they're going to kind of let them, whatever. At this point, we know it's going to go 6. So let's not be overt about what the fuck it is that we're doing here. And then they sort of let them play a little bit. I mean, just when you just look at some of the games throughout the years, can anybody objectively look at that game 7 in 2009 when the Lakers played the Celtics and they called 30-something fouls on the Celtics and in the teens on the Lakers? You just can't fucking do that in a game 7 unless the other team is literally taking out a 2x4 and fucking smashing people over the head with it. And they weren't. It was just, they called ticky-tack shit. I remember that, Kobe got shut down that game. He had a terrible fucking game, and in the fourth quarter, he shot 14 free throws. Rest his soul, one of the greatest of all time, okay? But, I watched him take unguarded shots from the foul line. And it was it wasn't even basketball. I might as well just watch the fucking shoot around. They've had mobbed up refs. They've had all of this shit. Everybody just fucking looks the other way. Whatever. You'll never get me off of that ledge that like they just NBA officials literally dictate the pace of the game. Speed it up, slow it down. It's fucking insane. I don't know how you watch that sport. My hat is off to anybody who's a diehard NBA fan and can just sit there year after year watching those refs just fucking you. There's no other sport. There is no other fucking sport where the ref can just, if they're in a fucking mood, if there's a guy on your team that they don't fucking like the game you're going to have to play to come away with the victory. Ever hear that fucking Allen Iverson story? Allen Iverson, I forget what, he said something about the NBA officials, and then they just started calling him like fucking 3 games in a row, 4 games in a row. They just call him for carrying and traveling and all of that shit that he was doing every night. And after like the 3rd or 4th game, he looks at one of the refs and he just goes, how long is this going to last? And the guy goes, how long is what going to last? And he goes, you know what I'm talking about. And the guy smiled. And then it was it. They showed the authority that they had over him, and he had to get his mind right like fucking Cool Hand Luke, and then they let him play his game again. But it's just like, I just don't know that there's another sport where you can that effectively fuck over a star player like the NBA refs. All right, I'm done. I'm sorry. All right?